Y'all, CasterMuse Star League Season 4, casted by Artosis. Welcome back. This is a match from the round of 24 in Group A, and it's on Optimizer, a really cool map that we'll talk about here in a minute. But let me introduce our players. In the top right, we have GHKLDLXLDGOQHWK. Well, that's just a Korean word written on the keyboard, which you cannot make as your ID. But this is none other than MisO, a very aggressive Zerg player. I think he's a bit underrated. I really like his style. I think he's quite a strong player. And down in the bottom right, jum 2, it is Shuttle. Shuttle, I think, again, another underrated player. Shuttle, I think, quietly is one of the best Protosses in the world. I always think of him as a very smart Protoss. Definitely someone who comes with very well-prepared builds. And while he's not someone that you think of taking down championships, I guess he's technically, right, the ASL Season 1 champ, right? We don't really generally think that far back, but yeah, he's really a good player, and it's great to have him back from the military. Anyways, this is a best of one, and as I mentioned, it's on Optimizer. You have the double gas. It's a 4,000 and a 1,000, so it gives you a speed bonus to mining more gas, but obviously costs more miners to do that. You have the natural that has these 250 mineral patches here, which can be opened up, so you can go down to this base, which is kind of like an island base, except in positions like these, where your opponent can also mine out the minerals and then be able to attack by land. But say, for instance, your opponent was like over here, then yeah, they can't really access that area without air. So it's a very cool map. Optimizer has been used in ASL. It's being used in a lot of tournaments right now. It's on the ladder. Really a very interesting map. Gives you a very different looking type of game. So taking a look here, it looks like we're going to get very quick Zergling speed, rather, from MisO. So we could have this be very, very aggressive. Shuttle opened with a gateway, so it looked like he wanted to do a Zealot pressure into Nexus, but when you see something like the speed of this spawning pool and the fact that your opponent is getting Zergling speed, you absolutely must go for a Forge or you will just die. There is no other way to hold it. You cannot just make Zealots and bring up probes. Your opponent will run you over. So he brings up his probes here. This is not looking super hot. Oh my god, the instantaneous cancel. Shuttle in some trouble right now. Let's take a look. He's actually running by. Gets about 3 or 4 free hits on those Zerglings, but 4 of them get in, and Zergling speed's almost done. Like, this is going to be really hard to hold for Shuttle. He surrounds one of the Zerglings, so that's really good. He is remaking a cannon, but more Zerglings rushing down right now. They could cancel that. Looks like they're going to go ahead and run by, join these ones in the main base. We have 7 Speedlings in the main. This, with good micro, could end up ending this game for Shuttle. Now, Shuttle has brought up probes and Zealots to block this cannon, make sure that it can warp in and maybe stop additional Zerglings from getting in, but he doesn't have good defense in the main. The Zerglings running by now, starting to target down some probes. They get one right there, a probe drill, losing mining time every time you do that as Shuttle, so that is problematic. The Zergling's running in here once again. We'll see what he ends up going for. I've seen pro Zergs sometimes attack the Nexus and force his ults out of position, then attack the probes. So it looks like he's just running around, trying to hit either side. Obviously, some lost mining time up here. He's blocked off entrances into his main base with these probes. Looks like he wants to get his expansion up, and a couple Zealots going for the counterattack. Behind this, we have MisO going for a double expansion. So is that too greedy? I don't think so. I think he's going to be all right. Now, he has 6 Zerglings with speed against these 4 Zealots. That should be enough to come down and fight. Not the greatest micro coming out of MisO right there, but he kills off one. And with a couple more Zerglings popping out, this second one will die as well. Of course, the drone count not super high right now. He's only got 10 mining, where we do have 18 probes, although 4 are not mining right now for Shuttle. So his economy's still slightly ahead, but that definitely can change. All right, the Zealot coming out and poking into those Zerglings. The Zerglings running around once again. You can see, like, MisO is a very good aggressive Zerg. He's gotten these Zerglings into a strong position, but maybe his micro and multitasking isn't quite top of the world level. I mean, obviously he's one of the best Zergs in the world, but you know, if we saw like a Jaedong or an Effort here, they might just win the game with these 4 Zerglings. But you know what? He's still getting damage done. He's killing off a few probes here and there. Oh, he's going to get the Zealot as well. No, Shuttle with the nice moves. Gets the Zealot back, uses the probe drill, and blocks it from dying right there. Maybe it can recharge some of those shields and fight again against these Zerglings. But the Zerglings continue to keep pressure on. Shuttle going for a counterattack of 2 Zealots, trying to make sure that there's not too many drones being made by MisO up in his main base while still microing down here. It is hard to really split your attention between the 2 areas. These 2 Zealots continue to move forward. They're actually going to find a Hydralisk again, so this is huge information for Shuttle. He knows what the next step of the plan is now. There should be a Hydra bust coming off of 3 hatches. So, you know, the Zealots have definitely done what they needed to. Only 2 Zerglings left over here, but the drone count is getting higher. 17 drones right now against the 23 probes. He's catching up a little bit. The Zergling coming in. He's going to finish off the pylon. Hilarious. Of course, the Cybernetics core will continue to warp in. He actually doesn't need it powered because you're not going to utilize that building for quite a while, especially against a Hydra bust. Now, another pylon going down. More Speedlings coming as well. I wonder if he's just going to be able to finish him, or are we going to get enough cannons to block the possible incoming rush? Now, looking over here, we already had Hydralisk speed upgraded. Now, range is on the way here for MisO, but we don't see Hydralisks. This is a move you can do where if the Protoss is going to over-defend, you end up just droning instead, and we can see mass drones actually being produced. So a lot of mind games going on right now. But Shuttle doesn't seem to be fooled. He's only added 1 cannon thus far. Okay, he adds another one. So, you know, you have to be careful, because if the too many Hydras come down, you will just die. So tries to send out this 1 Zealot. We'll get a Ling. I mean, you can kind of poke out and see what you can try here. He does have the Citadel coming up. And just completely skipping the Stargate. I love this play from Shuttle. I gotta say, I'm a big fan of the way Shuttle plays games like this. You know, he realizes there's no layer. There's no way that MisO's able to get up to Mutalisks. So do you truly need a Stargate quickly? The answer is no. And you can see that reflected here. A second Forge going up. He's getting the Templar Archives. He's getting another Gateway. We're probably going to see legs start up relatively soon. He might... I wonder if he's going to use both Forges at once or just start attack here knowing that this could get busted. We're going to see about that in a moment. I think that's what it's going to be. A few Hydras finally being produced. Look at the mini-map right now. Let's get rid of Shuttle's vision, but you can see all over the place we have Zerglings on the map. We have Overlords, or, well, I guess that's actually Zergling, but Overlords as well, spotting absolutely as much as he can. MisO with a great spread. We do have that +1 attack on the way. We have Psystorm on the way, and Shuttle is really optimizing his opening to kill off Hydras. He is playing a little bit blindly. He doesn't have that Corsair that we see so often to scout, but that might end up paying off for him. This is a very aggressive stance that MisO has taken. He has his speed upgrade. He has his range upgrade on these Hydras, and he is just massing them. But Shuttle going to try to fight back, adding these gateways right now. He's going up to 5 gates in his main base. He lost the one at the natural, kind of as expected. +1 Storm, Zealot legs. He is going to try to just make an army that can kill the ground army of his opponent. He's got a much stronger economy here at 46 probes. Over on MisO's side, he only has 25 drones. He has an additional hatchery coming out, but he's really just using it for macro right now. And on 25 drones, you can't really replace this army. You can make it for the attack, but if Shuttle's able to knock this out, he is going to be in a great spot. So we have the 3 cannons up. He really hasn't overbuilt them, but has he underbuilt them? That's the next question we're going to be answering here because MisO is getting ready to attack. Psystorm not quite ready, but almost there. The Zealots come out to fight. He's going to have 1 Storm. It actually doesn't hit all that well. It looks like the Hydras may be able to bust through. The probes coming out to fight right now. He has 2 more Storms on the way, but it's another 7-8 seconds away, and the Hydra's going to bust through right before he's ready. GG is called, and MisO gonna take down Shuttle in this best of 1.